Welcome to a deep dive into the darker side of the human psyche. This is the story of Dennis Nilsen, a man who would become known as one of Britain's most notorious serial killers. Born in 1945, Nilsen seemed utterly unremarkable. He was a former army chef and later a civil servant at a job center. To those who knew him, he was social, quiet, and appeared to be the epitome of mundane. But behind this facade of normalcy lay a sinister and deadly fantasy. Between 1978 and 1983, Nilsen targeted young, vulnerable students, or gay men, he met in pubs near his home. He would lure them back to his flat with the promise of alcohol or a place to stay for the night. Once they were inside, his victims were strangled or drowned. But the horror did not end with their death. Nilsen would spend hours, sometimes days, with the body. He engaged in sick rituals, turning his flats, first in Melrose Avenue and later in Cranley Gardens, into makeshift mortuaries. The ultimate challenge for Nilsen was the disposal of the bodies. Initially, he hid them beneath the floorboards, but later, at his new home in Cranley Gardens, he began dismembering the bodies and attempting to flush the remains down the toilet or burning them on a backyard bonfire. His horrific killing spree finally ended due to a bizarre coincidence. In February 1983, a plumber was called to 23 Cranley Gardens to investigate blocked drains. The cause of the blockage turned out to be macabre: human remains and bones. When the police arrived and confronted Nilsen with their findings, he offered no resistance. With startling composure, he immediately confessed to the murder of 15 young men. The man who lived such an ordinary life was, in fact, a prolific serial killer with more victims than the police had ever suspected. During his trial, Nilsen claimed he acted under diminished responsibility, describing an intense fear of abandonment. The court rejected this, and in November 1983, he was convicted of 6 murders and 2 attempted murders. He received a life sentence and died in prison in 2018. The story of Dennis Nilsen, often referred to as Day, is a chilling reminder of the invisible victims on the fringes of society and the horror that can be concealed behind the door of an ordinary home. It is a tale that continues to intrigue, but above all, one that must remind us of the young lives that were so senselessly lost. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on this case, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth true crime analyses.